Serious Minds R-N-TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Serious Minds, seriously. Peace. You are now listening to Serious Minds RN-TV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RN-TV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace. Freestyling it. I don't want to freestyle it, but I'm over here freestyling it. Can you hear me, Mr.? My screen is blurry too. Dang, everything going wrong. My screen is clear than a mug over here. Can you hear me though? Everybody sit tight for 1 second. Come on, Quan. We're going to get you some glasses. It's like 8K over here, man. Not even 6K, not even 4K. I'm seeing this thing extremely clear. Yes, now you can hear me? All right. You said it's blurry for real? Yo, I wish I could take a picture and send it to you, Quan, let you see how clear this is. Hold on. It's clear than a mug, bro. This is the Quan. I'm taking a video tape of how clear this is. Look how clear that is. I'm telling you, man, it's like 8K over here, bro. One S. All right, cool. All right, it's Professor Griff, fam. Let me not prolong this any longer than what it has to be. All right. Greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing absolutely fine. What's going on with everyone on IG? Somebody give me some feedback. Let me see how everyone's doing first before I start. Because you said good. All right. All right, cool. For real, it's still blurry. Come on. You cannot. I'm serious. I would not even lie to y'all. It is extremely crystal clear. If y'all saw how clear this was, y'all would be like, yo, for real, that's clear. Nisa Love 7. What's good? I'm trying to wake up, for real. Anyway, tonight's subject we're going to be dealing with is 4 news stories that I'm not necessarily following, but they ran across my news feed, and I just said to myself, what I was going to talk about, I wanted to talk about, but these things kind of took precedence over what I wanted to deal with. And the first one, matter of fact, I attempted to come on earlier. When I attempted to come on earlier, I was in an area where I couldn't get a decent reception in order to come on. Earlier, I wanted to talk about the class I have coming up on Mother's Day this Sunday. And that class is dealing with Guns N' Roses, and trying to get people to understand gun safety is a very, very difficult thing. People want to jump right into the shooting aspect of what it is about gun safety and basic stuff that they need to know about firearms, and it's very difficult to do that. All right, I am trying to get you to hit. I'm trying to hit you to hit a zone, high center chest from, I don't know, 10 feet away on a paper target before we start doing anything else. All right? I'm trying to get you to do that before we start doing anything else. If you cannot do that, everything else is going to be very, 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 very difficult. All right? Firearms instruction, when you're receiving firearms instruction from someone, it's not all about shooting the gun. It's everything else that surrounds the aspect of shooting a gun. I need you to know that. All right? I need you to, you have to know some very, very basic things. All right? This Sunday, Mother's Day, I'm defying all odds by doing it on a holiday, which, yeah, we should be celebrating Mother, whether it's Mother Earth, Mother Tongue, your physical mother, and Ma Netta, which is the grandmother. We should be celebrating that every single day. Now, if you want to buy some roses or something or do something, take mom out to dinner or whatever you want to do to celebrate mom this Sunday or this Saturday, by all means, do that. I say bring her to the gun range and give her a gun and give her some roses. That's why I entitled this Guns and Roses. All right? Guns and Roses. All right? Guns and Roses. I just think it's very necessary for us to start taking stock in who we are as a people and start defending ourselves. All right? But first you have to learn the basics, and I think we should do that. All right? All right. So that's my suggestion. Guns and Roses. All right? Guns and Roses, right on Mother's Day. Women's Handgun and Self-Defense Fundamentals. Instructor, yours truly, Professor Griff. All right? If it's up on your screen right now, scan the QR code and go on and sign up. All right? Guns and Roses. This Sunday at 1 p.m. All right? Or just hit me up at 678-557-2919. All right. All right. All right. This article, it was kind of disturbing for many reasons. Mainly, matter of fact, before I do that, hold on. Got my posters in. I'm going to take down to Black Wall Street. Myself and Khalid El Hakim, the Black History Mobile Museum, we are going to be at the new Black Wall Street. All right. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. All right. So that's Saturday, May 14th at 11 a.m. All right. We're going to set up at least 200 artifacts and we're going to dialogue. We're going to talk about history. All right. So if you know any group, educational groups, any youth groups, any rites of passage groups, anyone that wants to know what we do, what Khalid has been doing for the last 30 some odd years in collecting 10,000 artifacts, and I've been working with him for now 18 years. All right. If you would like to know and have that information and see some of the artifacts, all right, see some of the things that we have collected, please, by all means, meet us at the new Black Wall Street. All right. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday at Stonecrest in Atlanta. All right. Well, it's really in Conyers, Covington, out that way. All right. We're setting up from 11 to 3. We're setting up to 11 to 3 p.m. And then 4 o'clock, I'll be doing a book signing of my books, Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop Symbology and Warrior's Tapestry. All right. So if you can, family, please come on through. All right. If you're in the Atlanta area, please come on through. All right. Go to my website to check those things out, to get the flyer, to get the information. All right. All right. To my subject. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. All right. All right, guns were the #1 killer of children and adolescents in 2020. CDC data shows. All right, right just from the rip, I'm going to kind of touch a nerve tonight. All right. If anyone find that statement right there incorrect, can you give me a show of hands? A show of hands if you find that statement incorrect. Guns were the #1 killer of children and adolescents in 2020. Way beyond the jab, way beyond pandemic, way beyond car accidents, way beyond obesity, way beyond fast food, way beyond these things. Way beyond these things. Guns were the #1 killer of children and adolescents in 2020. CDC data shows guns became the number one cause of death among children. Where is this at? So now all of a sudden we're going to start rethinking gun violence, not safety, not gun safety. At the same time, state after state are passing constitutional carry laws, and at the same time, the fear is happening on the other side. America's fentanyl crisis, as you see on the screen right here. So way beyond drugs, all right? Way beyond people poisoning themselves every day with fast food. Way beyond it. Guns are killing people. Let's get something correct with the language in this, all right? Okay? All right. Why do I think there's something wrong with the language in this? Simply because guns do not kill people. Guns do not kill people. Yeah, way beyond human trafficking. Yeah, way beyond hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and a 1.8 million damn alligators in Florida. Way beyond any of that. Way beyond any of that. So if you should do right now, if you cross-reference right now in your research, the number one cause of death for children, and go state by state, you will find this statement to be very incorrect. Guns do not kill people. People kill people. I'm going to say that again. And yes, Quan, you're absolutely correct. People kill people. Dina, would you agree with me? Yes, you, Miss Bill Brew. It's people that kill people. If I took a firearm and I laid it here and left it there for 20 years, it will not kill anyone. All right? It's people that kill people. So the language in this, guns were the number one killer of children and adolescents. No. Firearms surpassed car accidents, and the number one killer among children and teens, according to startling new data released by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Friday. Firearm deaths for all Americans reached a new peak in 2020. 45,223 researchers said that numbers were particularly troubling among people under 19 years old. Gun deaths in that age group saw 29.5% jump from 2019 to 2020, which more than twice as high as relative increase in firearm deaths seen in the general population, according to the CDC. Some of those things in those comments are true. If you're seeing a rise in it, that don't mean it's the number one killer. All right? Unless you put next to it and give us a stat, like some of the things that you might be seeing on the screen right now. Gun violence tracker. Well, let's put next to it fast food deaths, people killing themselves via food. Let's put over here car accidents. All right? And then we could put way over here people dying at the hands of police. All right? So unless you're giving us the full picture, the full scope of things, it is hard to believe this kind of propaganda. All right? And it's fear-based propaganda, forcing people to give their guns and rely on law enforcement. When law enforcement will tell you, yeah, you
You got to take your own safety in your own hands. We're not necessarily, well, they can't outwardly say that. They can't outwardly say that. But that's what they really mean. You're not going to outwardly say you should defend yourself. But you should. I'm not relying on 911. I'm not relying on any of these people to protect me and my family. Me and the head of the household, me and, not me being, me and the head of the household, one of the heads of the household, we're going to defend our right, all right, to exist. All right. Me and my wife are going to stand our ground. All right. Me and my wife understand the constitutional carry. Me and my wife understand constitutional law to a degree. We understand concealed carry. All right. We understand the castle doctrine. And we understand these things. And we are trained and ready to defend ourselves in any given moment. Plain and simple. I suggest you do the same. I suggest you do the same. All right. When we start talking about the public, all right. Shout out to Johnny Taylor. Shout out to Little Goddess. All right, and I want to take a brief moment to give a well-deserved shout out. I'm not sure if y'all into boxing. I am. And I want to give a well-deserved shout out to this brother right here, Shakur Stevenson. All right. From Bricktown, New Jerusalem. All right. Shout out to this brother right here. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. He actually took I think it's the lightweight title. All right. From Oscar Valdez Jr. on Saturday night. Stellar performance. The brother has come a long way and actually held it down. And the brother actually is just doing the damn thing. He has a head on his shoulders. He actually that night proposed to his girlfriend that he just had a baby with in the ring that night. So shout out to Shakur. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. All right. If anybody follow boxing, if you don't follow boxing, shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Yet once again, family. All right. Shakur Stevenson hands Oscar Valdez his first loss to win his second title belt. All right. In Las Vegas, the WBO champion Shakur Stevenson handed Oscar Valdez his first loss in career Saturday night in a junior lightweight championship bout. What some thought to be a fight of the year candidate turned into a one-sided boxing clinic. Shakur Stevenson is 18-0 with 9 knockouts, and he won by unanimous decision. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. All right. Let's get back. Where was I at? Here we go. Right here. All right. I'm not kind of surprised, nor am I alarmed at the attempt to try to neutralize the 2A movement, which is the Second Amendment movement and people's rights to defend themselves. All right. We're living at a time now where countries are being invaded. People are dying. There's covert wars going on across the globe, which you probably know absolutely nothing about. All right. More young black people are killing one another. More young black people are dying at the hands of one another and police. All right. Like in this situation right here in Atlanta.
Back, bro. Get the fuck back. Y'all let go. Right now. Shocking video from Atlanta's Beltline shows a teenager pulling a gun on a group of people. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Spence.
I'm Christine Spears.
Get the fuck back! Y'all right now.
Shocking video from Atlanta's Beltline shows a teenager pulling a gun.
Get the fuck back! Y'all right now.
Shocking video from Atlanta's Beltline shows a teenager pulling a gun on a group of people. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Spence.
I'm Christine Spiro in for Courtney Bryant. Tonight, police tell us a woman confronted the group of teens after they snatched her phone.
As Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo reports now, that's when one of them pulled out that gun.
Get the fuck back, bro! Get the fuck back! Right now.
The video, which has since gone viral, shows a group of teenagers in an argument with several adults on the Beltline. Cops tell us it all started when one of those teens took off with a scooter a woman just rented with her phone. When she confronted them, police say the teens grabbed her phone too. Witnesses spoke up.
Ma'am, are you calling the police?
And started filming.
Can you tell her stop recording that? You don't got nothing to do with it.
She refused, and then the teen pulled a gun on who police say is her boyfriend. Seconds later, all of the teens ran away.
Really? You know how to handle it.
I showed the video to people who were on the Beltline Tuesday, and they had a similar reaction.
Certain stuff is just on the call for it. You just need to calm down.
All right. You see where we're going with this, right? So what do you say, Quan? You said we need to deal with the root of the problem, not that problem that caused things like this to happen. Okay, cool. And I agree. But now we have to determine what is the cause and the root. What is the root of the cause now? Some people say we need more fathers. Some people say it's madness. Some people say a lot of things. What do y'all say it is? So these young people act like they're not on film, and he's pulling a gun like it's almost like it's nothing. But because I think the constitutional carry was signed into law, I think a lot of times they're not looking at the fact that they can take this footage through facial recognition software, find out who these individuals are. Like, for example, the young lady that shot the woman in the face today on the highway. Let's look this up. Woman shoots teen in the face on I-20. Where we at? Let's see what we come up with. There she is. Driver accused of shooting teen in road rage incident arrested in Douglasville. And here she is. I mean, just very openly, very blatant, holding a gun out of the window while she's driving. And the sad part about this situation, she had her children in the car. Miss Brittany Griffin.
I hate it.
All right, we're not doing your whole commercial, lady. We want to see Brittany Griffin. All right. It says Douglasville police say that they have arrested a woman accused of shooting a teenager during a road rage incident Sunday, afternoon. A judge denied bond for 30-year-old Brittany Griffith on Monday morning, according to the investigators. Griffith was driving a black sedan in the eastbound lane along I-20 around 4:40 p.m. She's believed to have been traveling from Villa Rica or Carrollton area. All right, and here she is. Police said Griffith had been following the victim's car on I-20 since they left Villa Rica. Damn, Did she know them? Where some sort of road rage altercation occurred. As the vehicle approached Chapel Hill Road exit, Griffith allegedly pulled out a gun and shot a 17-year-old in the face. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment and expected to be released, officials say. Detectives learned that Griffith had 3 children, ages 4 through 9, in the car with her when she fired the shot. Monday morning, officials say they arrested Griffith in their investigation into the incident. How did they get her? They basically, before the young lady was shot, she took this picture, and it was in her phone. And she basically like, this is the person that shot me. All right, because she was following them for 15 miles now. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna follow me for 15 miles. I'm getting off the highway and I'm getting back on. Yeah, we're not gonna have the 15-mile thing happening. All right. No. All right, so we have to think. There ain't nothing wrong with you not being no punk. If you get off the highway, wait for me this and then a few minutes and get back on. All right, let that person go on about their business, man. They've been following you for 15 miles. Yeah, no. I don't even know how to answer that, Mr. GM Scully Quam QAM. I don't know who you are, but I don't even know how to answer that. I wouldn't go so far as to say black culture is of the devil. No, define black culture, because the way I eat is black culture. The way I walk is black culture. How I interact with people is black culture. That's not of the devil. Like Quan said earlier, let's get to the root. You out there on the branches. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not, I wouldn't consider that black culture is of the devil. No, that's going a little bit too far. You sound like you kind of hate yourself. Or you not black. Yeah, that's a little bit too far, bro. So the idea now of what would you do with a Brittany Griffith? All right, what could you have done prior to Brittany Griffith shooting someone in the face on I-20? So I think there needs to be some conflict resolution classes put in place. I think, to be honest with you, out of all the firearms instructors I know, I think some people, if you own a firearm, I really truly, know and understand the severity in you taking a firearms class. I'm not trying to sell you a class or do a commercial right now, but I think it's very imperative. A lot of people that live in Georgia feel that since they have a gun and the constitutional carry thing was signed into law, that they don't need a class. You do need a safety class. Trust me, you do need a safety class. All right? You do. No way around it. No other way to say it. You need a firearms safety class. And there are a lot of firearms instructors that are out there. You can find a lot of them on IG, TikTok. Well, TikTok don't even really allow that kind of stuff. You can read between the lines. Doc, what's good with you, bro? Mr. LP, what's happening? So, yeah. The other story I wanted to cover, the Justice Department. Directly from the source, man. All right. U.S. Department finds constitutional practice at Parkham Penitentiary after called out by Jay-Z, Yo Gotti, and Team ROC. So I guess Team ROC is not doing the other kind of business; they're doing this business. Okay, all right, I'm digging it. Sean Jay-Z, Carter, Yo Gotti, and Team Rock Nation's Social Justice Division obtained legal representation for over 200 incarcerated people at the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parkham. All right, and filed multiple lawsuits prompting the U.S. Justice Department to investigate the prison's facilities' inhumane conditions. All right. Now, can I ask a question? Can y'all help me out here? Let me ask a question. You don't think that they knew about these conditions way before Jay-Z took interest in doing this investigation with his team? You don't think they knew about this? You think Jay-Z and his team was the only ones that ever talked about the inhumane conditions at this particular prison? I'm not slighting the work that Jay-Z does with Yo Gotti and Team ROC, Team Rock. But I'm saying to you, do you think these conditions were already known? I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question. I would think so. I would think these conditions were already known. I don't know what the underlying meaning to this is, or is it just a story, or is Jay-Z's PR team have to go to work and earn their keep for the month? I'm not sure, but these conditions were already known. All right. Now, I'm not saying that this is not going to help expedite the situation or bring attention to it or bring some urgency to it. It probably will. All right. And which I really do hope it does. So there's nothing new about a lot of these stories, and they kind of look suspect when they come up. All right. So yeah. Now, last but not least, and I hope y'all don't fault me for this. Y'all can Google this stuff right along with me. Azalea Banks. Hold on for a second. I guess Azalea Banks is back in the news. Back to the Source magazine. Thank you, Source.com. Really appreciate you. Azalea Banks speaks against murder in hip hop. It's not gangster and it's not cool. How many people have seen this story? She said it's not gangster and it's not cool. Azalea Banks hit Instagram and called out rappers, music executives, and ultimately how all the parties involved led to the murders of artists. Hip-hop audiences are so ghetto and backwards sometimes, Banks. She opens up her statement by saying that. Do y'all think her first line in her rant is true? Azalea Banks, all right? She basically says, look, hip-hop audiences are so ghetto and backwards sometimes. She says we need an intellectual glow-up fucking pronto. What do y'all think? Do we need an intellectual glow-up pronto? We cannot be this addicted to excited about such run-of-the-mill human shit, knowing that most men and women in the entertainment industry will exchange sexual favors for job opportunities is not news. That's not news. Motherfuckers are on their knees giving blowjobs and all kind of shit to get put on, faking like they're gay and doing all kind of shit to get put on. But put on to what? And who is it? All right, that's pushing this agenda. Who is it, Marvin McKinley, that's pushing the record industry killer music? All right. Banks would double back to let rappers know murder in hip hop is not the way. This hip hop murder shit really has no fuck. As she basically said, has to fucking stop. It's not fun. It's not gangster. It's not cool. It's like it's ruining every fucking thing, she said. You can see her full message here, which I refuse to click on. All right. I want to see no guns in videos this year. All right. Straight up. No guns. Well, Mr. Azalea Banks, I don't want to see cellulite, ass, tits. I don't want to see that. Why can't we start making some music that speak to the soul? All right. But that's just Professor Griff. Why can't we make songs that just speak to the some serious subject matter? All right, that's going to raise the vibrational pitch of our thinking. The dynamic of this whole thing has to change, and we have to change it. If y'all waiting for some young person to rise up out of the ashes to speak to their generation to change this thing, you shit out of luck. That ain't happening. That's not happening. If you waiting for someone like Kendrick Lamar to come out with his album and rise from the ashes and take control of his generation and lead them to the hip-hop anti-murder promised land, nah, it's not gonna happen. No. Each individual have to do their particular part. All right. Plain and simple. That's just how it works. Each individual have to do their part. Who is it that waged war against hip hop? Who is it that waged the war against those that have to fast and pray a light number of days? Oh, yeah, so there's some serious glitching going on. Quan, I see your people back at work. Universal good day and great vibes. All right. So shout out to all of those firearm instructors. Shout out to all of those gun clubs. All right, that are educating our people on the safety of firearms. Let me get my screen back. Oh, I got it back. All right. Because we have to be the ones to tackle the issue on every single level. All right. You don't have to look at my backyard to see what I'm doing. All right. Just know that Professor Griff is at work, and you should be at work also. You should be so busy you ain't got time to look at my backyard. All right. All right. Thank you, Dexter. Yes, indeed. Get armed and get properly trained. All right. Once again, so I know I'm going to see Kimberly in class. All right. You right? All right. Am I right, Kim? I'm going to see Kim in class this Sunday. I'm going to see King Simon. I think his people are coming. I'm not sure if he's coming, but his people are coming. It's cool that King Simon can send some people my way. All right. If you can't come, sponsor someone. All right. My phone number is 678-557-2919. All right. Most of the people that's listening to my voice have a firearm, but you just don't have the training. All right. Come get the training. Know what the law is. Get some basic stuff under your belt. And let's make it happen. All right. All right. I hope you were able to pull something from the brief conversation we've had about the 4 or 5 different things that I brought up today. And all right, let's talk. All right, this is Professor Griff of Serious Minds. Serious minds attract serious minds seriously. All right, this is Professor Griff. I love you all to life. I got to go. All right. Question: what type of firearm would you recommend for a female that's handling for the first time? I wouldn't even answer that question so openly as to give you a number of a gun or a manufacturer. No, I'd say come take the class, see which gun fits your hand, see which gun that you can handle. You might think that you might need a 9mm, you really need a 22 or a 380. You might think you might need something bigger because it got power to it and power behind it, but you probably need something lighter because I don't know your body weight. I don't know, I don't know what you can handle. So I think the class is important. Come take the class, and then we could determine what firearm you should be carrying. And I think that only makes sense, because why buy a gun that you've never shot before? Come shoot a couple of guns, see which one fits you. That's the one you go buy. All right. All right. It's Professor Griff. I love you all to life. Serious minds attract serious minds. Seriously.